I'm Klopfanstein in the Spring Woods in Westmoreland. We're here today because I grew up here. I grew up in these woods, and we always looked for the actual spring in the spring woods because the spring has water from it that's so healthy that back in the 1800s they built a spring house, then they built a hotel here right in the woods. Then that hotel became the Delancey Institute and the Williams Collegiate Institute, which are both like prep schools, fancy academic institutions. All that stuff is gone now, but it's believed that the spring is still here somewhere. We just don't know where. I've looked for it forever. So today, historian Victor Edick plans to use new technology and research by Sheila Hoffman to find the actual sulfur spring in the spring woods. This right here is the entrance to the spring woods. So there's like trails that they made back in the 80s, I believe, for logging. So we'll go back there to what is known as Sucker Brook. That's the creek that goes through the middle. But I never found it. Now, with Victor Edick of the Westmoreland Historical Society to guide us, we compared old photos to the current landscape, looking at the creek, the terrain, and signs that the spring might still be flowing.
What we're looking for is, like that, a big shale rock wall on the left side and a little elevated mound, I guess you could say, coming into the creek, and it's hard to describe, but it slopes up and then it's sharp when it reaches the creek. And again, on the left side, next to the shale wall, there is a stone basin where no water goes over, but you would, back in the day, see a metal pipe, 3-inch.
So it's along the creek?
It's along the creek, definitely.
Oh, okay, so we should continue down there then.
That's what I've been looking for, yes.
Okay, so we're walking down Sucker Brook here. And Victor, what are you looking for here?
I'm looking for any sort of metal pipe or any sort of hole with bubbling water coming right out of it.
And you think it'll be out like the shale walls will be like
it would,
somewhere near that?
Yeah, relatively close to it. Because that's just what the photos from the 1800s would show.
We're about I would say kind of halfway, at the halfway point from where the two creeks come together, where they go under the freeway through the tunnel. And we always kind of believed that it was around here, but me and my cousins, my sister, we looked for it, but we never found it. So what are you looking for that we maybe overlooked?
It's just very small. It's very hard to see, especially under a tree canopy.
Yeah.
There's no lighting under here.
Yep.
And it's just very hard to miss, very easy to miss.
And it'll be in the water?
It would be in the water, yes. It might be in a level of stone above the water, but really close to the water because it flows into it. Okay.
So you're showing me a reference photo that was provided by Sheila Hoffman, who's been researching this. And what are we seeing in the reference photo?
So we're looking at, on the left side of this, there's a shale wall, as you can see, and on the right side there's some sort of land outcropping.
Yep.
And it dredges right through it, and right next to the shale wall on the left, you can see a small 3-inch steel pipe.
I can see that, coming out of the ground. Right.
And as you, again, next to the shale, it's on a stone, I don't know what to call it, it's above the creek, but it flows right into it. And over here, on this reference photo I took just a few moments ago, you can see how it is relative to it with this landmass coming out to the left.
Yes, right.
The shale wall on the right.
Yep.
And the creek dredging right through it.
So you think you may have found the spring in the spring woods?
Very likely.
So show me. We're here. This is like a 50-year quest here.
So right along here, it's not so much, it doesn't show much very anymore, but you can see these bubbles coming out of the water.
Yeah.
And there's a small hole right there.
Oh wow, I see that right there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And there's no mud or anything on the stones, which shows it's currently flowing.
Yep.
And it's kind of foggy in there, so must indicate a spring.
Oh my gosh. So that's the carbonation you're talking about with the water?
Yep.
That's the bubbles coming right out from underneath there.
Absolutely.
So I walked through this a million times, and as kids we swam in this creek right over this a million times, and we always were told that it was here somewhere. We always looked for the spring.
Yeah.
But this is mind blowing to actually see the thing here.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
it's consistent, so it's not like there's a toad or a frog or something.
Nope.
Because it keeps coming every so often, and there's more and more and more.
Yeah. It's something you never get to see every day.
No, you really don't. Or the times we saw it, we didn't even know what we were
Yeah,
seeing. You know?
yeah. You might have stepped on it a few times.
Absolutely. I'm sure we walked right over the top of this. And that is the spring wood. So this water was so incredibly healthy that it brought people in from all over to drink this stuff. So you were doing some research. You were kind of building upon the research of Sheila Hoffman. And what did you actually look for? Like do you use Google Maps or topography maps?
I use a few things. I use topography maps and Google Earth too, because you can go back in time with those.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Wow.
And it's the photos from autumn and winter, where there's no snow, but you can see through all the leaves, shows everything.
Right.
You can see all the waterways, you can see all the terrain, especially the topography maps. It shows where everything was, old foundations, everything.
Well, it's amazing to me and so impressive that like you took us right to the spot, you know, like, and I mean, so many years I've looked for stuff here, you know, it's like, good job, good job.
Thanks, man.
That is amazing, you know. For generations, Westmoreland families have been coming here, not just for the spring, but for the memories made around it. Our adventure ended with the discovery of the spring in the spring woods, thanks to the research of Sheila Hoffman and the guidance of Victor Edick from the Westmoreland Historical Society. We've actually found the spring in the spring woods, so quite an exciting day here in Westmoreland. In the spring woods, I'm Ron Klopfanstein for 95.5 FM, The Heat. This is Ron Klopfanstein. Meet me in the hot seat every Monday at 5 p.m. for Hot Seat Media Mondays on 95.5 FM, The Heat.